If you're a business owner that either hates their website or has never taken the time to actually build a website, if you can talk into a microphone, I'm going to show you an AI software that you can use to actually build you a gorgeous, professional looking website. If you don't know me, I'm Ian, aka Captain AI, and I'm going to teach you by the end of this video how to just use your voice to actually build a website. Just to let you know, I'm not a developer. I'm a dyslexic copywriter who stumbles through AI tools and shares exactly how I work through things. Yesterday, I built this site on lovable.dev, and it only took me about an hour. And I want to walk you through it in a quick video so that you can do it yourself. Okay, so first, what I want to show you is the site that I have on screen right here. This is actually the Go High Level site that was built in their CRM. Pretty plain, pretty boring, and it took me forever to build this out in Go High Level. Now I'm going to show you one that took me 30 minutes to build. Still looks really professional, maybe even better, and it came up with all of the photos and pictures, pulled in the Google reviews, and I didn't really have to do a thing except tell it which site to copy. So the first thing I want to kind of show you is just I talked into this mic and said that I had a Go High Level agency and that I was winding it down. And what I wanted to do is eject a few of the people that were using the CRM out into their own accounts. And then what I wanted to do is take a few that really didn't use the CRM and build them websites on lovable.dev. And it went through and actually designed the prompt for that to help me actually do it. And then I asked for a step-by-step guide on how to move forward. And it did that as well for me. And to make sure that this was going to be profitable, I actually asked it, what are going to be the costs here? And realistic, when it told me it was going to be from $0 to $20 a month. And if we know the other hosting service starts at $97 a month, I knew this was going to be a profitable adventure. Why not just go ahead and do it? So now, after going through what the monthly costs are going to be, the next thing that I did was I just asked it, like, hey, I've never built a website on Lovable before. I need you to teach me how to do that. So I'm going to give it like an example and just say, look at the website and then come up with what to tell Lovable to make sure that it creates an even better website. And so right here, I ask it, can you audit the current website? And that's what it does. It audits the entire website, comes up with different things that it found, even some typos. And then what it's going to do is it's actually going to make a recommendation. And as I come down here, it created the prompt and I asked it to put it in a canvas so I could just cut and paste it in. And that's all I did. So let's go ahead and do this for one of my websites. This is great. Thanks for creating the prompt to paste into lovable.dev. If you would, just can you put this into a canvas so I can simply cut and paste it into lovable.dev. Also, read through everything and make sure that this is an absolute 11 out of 10 for the absolute best outputs in accordance with the examples I've already given you. So as you can see, the output that it gave me is just sitting here in the chat, and I could just copy and paste it, but I want it to put it in a canvas. So it's actually a separate document, and it'll show up over here next to share as a separate document. That way, if I need to change anything inside it, I can hit this edit button and actually type into it and change things if I think it's not quite up to par. So these are the different references that I gave it to copy different websites, to look at their styles. Here it's doing the layout of what the first page is going to be. Yeah, I think this is pretty cool. Let's jump over to Lovable once it's finished here, and we're just going to cut and paste this right in. Here we are inside Lovable. We're just going to paste that huge prompt in and hit go. And this is going to take a little while because it's going to build a whole website from scratch right now. Okay, so it's already finished with its first draft and it only took a couple minutes. And as you can see, it's completely all laid out and you could launch it just like this. So if we look right here, it's already prompting us to say like, what's next? Refine and customize. tweak colors, spacing, copy, or add your real headshot and images via prompts or visual edits. So you would just type in down here what you wanted it to do, and it would just start modifying the website for you. So this is really important too, is when you're using chat mode, if you turn this on right here, you can chat back and forth with Lovable without it making any edits. And it won't allow you to use credits if you're just in chat mode. It only actually uses your credits when you go and make modifications to the site. Okay, so the reason that I bring up like how many times you can do edits is on the free plan, you usually can do essentially like 3 to 4, sometimes 5 voice edits, depending on how big the changes actually are. But if you actually want to pay for the service, you can come over here to pricing and choose whatever plan actually works for you if this is something that you're doing on a more consistent basis. But technically, what I've done in the past is designed it, had the rough draft come up, and then if I go back over here to my one that I built for a client, this one, it basically came up with all of this stuff on its own first shot. And then I just made a few little adjustments with getting the right uh, business licensing in there and making sure it had the right contact information in it. And making sure too that it was pulling their specific Google reviews into the review screen right here. Okay, so now after you have a beautiful website actually built just by using your voice, and it looks like this, and you have a lead form sitting right here. Well, how do you actually make sure that that lead form gets sent over to either your email or maybe even as a text message? Well, I'm going to be learning how to do that next week and showing you how I learned how to do it using N8N. Here is the workspace sitting right here, completely blank. I'm going to learn how you do it, how to do it, and then walk you through and chunk it down so it's super simple so that you can totally understand it and implement it yourself and get all of this done in just a few hours instead of paying somebody else hundreds, maybe even thousands of dollars to do it for you. All right. Now, don't forget to subscribe and hit that notification bell if you're someone that wants to learn about AI and needs somebody like me that's also learning along with you, just to break it down into very simple steps. Comment below if this was helpful, and I'll see you in the next one.